What is going on, everybody? Beebs here. So today what I'm going to have for you is your one-stop shop for everything you need to know on gold farming, on power leveling, and on creating those legendary hellfire amulets that are going to be coming out in that 2.1.0 patch. So I recorded this video earlier and it was complete trash. It was utter garbage. One of the worst videos I think I've actually recorded. So I didn't use it. I re-listened to it and I decided, you know what? Screw that. It's terrible. It's not worth putting it up. So the first thing we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about what you have to do for gold farming. Now I'm not going to run through this quest. I'm going to switch it real quick. So I'm not going to run through this quest, but I will show you what you need to do. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to T6 or T5. I recommend T6 just because you're going to get the most gold for it. And you're going to go to Act 2, Quest 8, Part 2. It's the Realm of Shadow. So the Black Soulstone, the Realm of Shadow. You click OK. It'll load in the game. You're going to start it. Now I'm doing it on hard just because I don't have any gear on me. I'm not even going to show you the full thing. Basically, this is the portion of the 8th quest in which you need to go find Zoltan Kuhl's body in the, I think it's the, what it's called, the something chamber. Hold on, let's see, we'll find out. Come on. The Realm of Shadow. So it's the title of the quest, and I screwed it up. So basically, you're going to run around here. There's going to usually be 2 to 3 paths. You want to take the one that you think is going to lead to the end. I'll actually run through this just to show you guys. Now granted, I'm not using any of my speed stuff. I'm not using any of my survivability stuff. So when you do this, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to max out your speed because you're not going to be attacking anything. You're going to want to max out your speed and max out your survivability. So for a barb, I would use sprint. I would use anything that could possibly reduce the cooldown of the sprint, or not reduce the cooldown. I would use Unforgiving, which you generate Fury instead of lose Fury. That way you can almost perpetually sprint. I would use Ignore Pain so that you can run through little mobs like this if you need to. Now keep in mind I'm doing this on hard. You'll be doing this on T6 for the gold. Now when you get to the end, you can find it. And that's another thing. Some of these will take like 30 seconds. Others will take like 2 to 3 minutes. You'll try every pathway and you will be able to find the end. But if I can get to the end here really quickly, which I'm really hoping I do, I'll show you what it looks like, and I will show you the way that you should know exactly where to go when you reach this end, if I can find it. So here's the end. Now, you'll come around here. There's 3 different entrances and exits. Now, generally, I take the one on the left first. Okay, this one, it's got stairs, so that's not going to be it. And obviously, this is going to be a lot more difficult when you are on T6 because you'll be dying a lot quicker. But you'll come in here. Here's his body. When it spawns, you'll see I got 12,000 gold, which isn't a lot. But in T6, that gold value is 120,000. So basically, you're just going to do that. You're going to keep doing that, leaving the game, rebooting it. I did the math on it. You can get about 20 million gold in an hour and a half. It's really boring, though, so I don't really like doing that. I still maintain that if you're not specifically, if you just want to enjoy the game and get a lot of gold, your best bet is just to do rifts. Because you get enough gold between completing the rift on pickups and selling any items you're not going to use that you got from Kadala and all that. You get enough money really to justify not even gold farming. But again, T6, you can run that quest over and over again as fast as you can with as much survivability as you can so you don't die. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you key farming for those legendary. Well, I call them legendary not because they're legendary items. I'm calling it legendary because that thing is going to be best in slot for sure. So for the Hellfire Amulet, which is one of the things that you should be doing right now to prepare for patch 2.1, you should be farming these keys from the Key Wardens. The Key Wardens, in case you did not know, are located Act 1, Fields of Misery. That's Odag. He's usually southwest of the spawn. Act 2, Chaldeum and the Dulgar Oasis. I have trouble finding this guy a lot. I really don't have a pattern, so I just run around that whole map and then fill in the middle. the only pattern I can hazard a guess at is that you want to start north. But again, these are all random, so it could just be that my game spawns these guys in the same places. So Act 3 is Stone Fort. This guy, to find him, you basically just want to stay on the main portions of the fort. You don't want to go into any of those, like, where it goes down a bunch of stairs out to the corner and then makes a left and comes back up. You don't want to do any of those. Generally, you won't be down there. So just stick on the main areas of Stone Fort. Now, Act 4, this keyword used to drop the plan for creating the infernal machine. Instead, now he drops a key. He's in the Silver Spire level 1. He's generally at the top of the map, opposite of where you spawn. Generally, for me at least. I don't know if there's a set thing for anybody else, but that's generally where he is. Now, in case you didn't know how this works, you got to get all 4 of these keys to make 1 infernal machine. You need 3 infernal machines to do a full Uber, or now 4 infernal machines to do a full Uber run. Each time you go into one of so these infernal machines create a portal, which you can access in Act 1. I'll actually show you where to go to access these portals before the end of this video. And you'll use the infernal machine in there. You'll go into a portal, and it'll make you fight 2 bosses at once. And each time you beat one of those, you have a chance to drop a crafting material, and you'll need 4 now to create that legendary hellfire amulet. One quick note on this: the keys do drop at the same rate that legendary crafting materials used to drop. So your best bet is to go with the highest torment level you can without sacrificing too much speed. So the way that I think of it is you want to be able to have enough speed to fully complete each one, like one to complete Act 1, say, to complete the Field of Misery. At the very slowest, you want to be doing each one of them 10 minutes. That'll give you, hopefully that'll give you keys 50% of the time. Your best bet, if you can do it, is T5 fast. If you can't do T5 fast, T4 or T3 are fine. Just remember, so by the way, you'll come in here and you'll use your infernal machines if you have to go into to go and do Uber runs. But your best bet is to do T5 if you can do it fast. T4 and T3 are also viable. I would say if you really have to run T2, fine, but T3 to T4 is generally vanilla runs. Like that's your bread and butter. That's your best bet. Whatever you can run fast out of T3 or T4. Now, what was the last thing I said I was going to do today? I said I was going to do gold farming. So power leveling. The last thing I'm going to do is power leveling. Now, power leveling, how it works basically is when you're a low level character, say if you start with level 0, you'll start a game and you'll invite your friend into the game and he will clear out everything for you while you stay near him to get the XP. For 1 through 50, levels 1 through 50, do whatever you want. Anything is viable, although I would recommend Act 4, just clearing out all of these because the maps are very small. You're not really searching a whole lot to get it done. The one that you search the most are the Gardens of Hope, but that's not even that much. These levels are small when you compare them to something like the Fields of Misery in Act 1. Or even the Halls of Agony in Act 1 are pretty big. Having said that, once you get to level 50, your best bet is to keep loading in game, so keep backing out from the game and loading it in until you get the following bounties I'm about to tell you. So in Act 1, the Khazra-Den, or in the Old Ruins, it'll spawn the Cursed Bounty. It'll say Bounty, the Cursed Cellar. So in Fields of Misery, the Khazra-Den usually spawns south and east. In the Old Ruins, it's always, when you come out, you'll spawn on the waypoint. I'll show you, actually. You'll spawn on the waypoint, and come on, computer. You'll come here. You'll go up here. You'll go up here, off to the right, and there will be this little road here. So just follow this road down, and a little bit down there, you'll see the little golden circle start flashing, letting you know that's where you are, and that's where you need to go. So that's Act 1. Now remember, each time you load in a game, you need to look for all of the following that I'm telling you to look for. Now the fastest and most viable one, and if you're in the power leveling community, which is a community, this is an option, is in Act 4. It's the Hell Rift level 1, and the bounty text is Clear the Hell Rift. Now this If you're not leveling with somebody, like if you don't have a friend power leveling you, your best bet is to keep playing, keep reloading until you get Hell Rift level 1 or Cursed Cellar, and then you post in that chat. You'll post in the community, power leveling community. You'll post your level. No, you'll post your bounty. So clear the Hell Rift, whatever level you're at, and then you'll have them come in and clear it for you. Now, if I didn't say it before, and I'm not sure that I did, whenever you have somebody clearing for you, they need to be full geared, and you want them playing at a T6 level. So what happens is it scales based on what you are. So if you're level 35, it'll be T6 level 35, which is basically like for him, that's less than normal level 70. That's less than a level 70 normal enemy. So it's super fast. Me and my cousin did it yesterday. Earlier this week. We each power level our monks. He was level 50, I was level 0, and we power leveled both of our monks in less than 3 hours. So it's pretty crazy. It almost feels like you're breaking the game. Now, last one, West March. This is the rarest one to spawn. You'll almost never see it. But in the West March comments, it'll say the Miser's Will, I believe is what it's called. It's definitely Miser is in it. So your best bet, your second best bet is this quest. Now, when you spawn into the West March Commons, the Miser's place, his home, you'll come out onto the waypoint. You'll go straight, and up and to the left, you'll find his place. But this is a really good one, but it's really rare. So, just to a brief overview, you want in Act 5, Miser's Will in West March Commons. In Act 1, either the Khazar in the Field of Misery, or the Cursed Cellar in the Old Ruins. And in Act 4, clear the Hell Rift. Those are the best bets. It's the quickest way to power level. It's the best way once you pass 50. Before 50, it doesn't matter what you do. The Khazar Den is always a good one. Any clears are always good if you know how to find the entrance to those caves, because they give you a lot more XP than everything else. But also, I recommend just doing High Heavens, just doing the Act 4, getting all of them done. It's the fastest, it's the easiest. It's also the smallest, so it's quicker. So this has been a guide to gold farming, to farming the Rift Keys, to farming the Infernal Machine Keys, and to power leveling your character. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you know any ways that are quicker to power level, or you know the exact spawn point in Act 2 Caldium for the Rift Guard, or for the Key Warden, let me know in the comments below. And if you didn't like something about the video, also let me know in the comments. So hopefully I can change that in the future. Hope this video was helpful for all you Diablo players looking for a little help in power leveling and all this stuff. And have a good night. And I hope to see you tomorrow with my next